Hi, I'm Anna Marie Sinatra from Sinatra Solutions. I'm an executive coach and host of Health Matters, where I am committed to bringing you quality programming under a variety of topics to bring you information so you take that information, turn it into power, especially in your time of need.
Hi, I'm Eva DeMarco, host of Health Focus. Not only am I the host of Health Focus, I'm also a nurse who is dedicated to bring you the latest developments in health and also featuring various professionals in their specialized fields.
And together,
we bring you
Focus on Health Matters. But before we get started, let us thank our sponsors who make this program possible.
Western New York Imaging Associates, Dr. Frank Mascaro, providing state-of-the-art imaging equipment to assist you in your time of need. With many locations throughout Western New York, Kenton Open MRI, Lockport MRI, and Western New York MRI in the heart of downtown Buffalo.
And we want to also thank Joe DeMarco from Wings Flights of Hope. He's flying sick children and adults and their families for treatment all over the country for free. In transplant circumstances, a call might come in and the recipient must get there immediately, and Joe and his volunteer pilots stay on call to make sure that that child or adult get to where they need to be on time. So make sure that you get those pens and papers ready, because we're giving you lots of good information. You got to turn that information into power so you're making great choices for your life. There too. Carl Russo!
All right.
You never know who you're going to run into when you're at Wings Flights of Hope fundraiser.
Oh, this is fantastic. You know, I started coming a couple years ago, and it jams. It's a great time. The food is awesome. There's so many things going on, and it's all for, to help Wings Flight. And there's all kinds of people here that have benefited from Wings Flight.
I know, isn't it amazing? When I go around and talk to people, I'll tell you, I get choked up and almost in tears.
Oh, honest to goodness. And then for the home Bills games, there's parking at Wings Flight Grove on California Road, directly behind the stadium. Right behind the stadium. So they're open earlier than the other lots, and you're helping Wings Flight, and you're right there behind the stadium.
Isn't it great?
They have real bathrooms. There's
I have my membership card.
Do
you
you really?
Your membership card?
Yeah, right in my wallet.
I got my membership card. All right, I found some more folks who want to tell us how they've been helped by Joe DeMarco from Wings Flights of Hope.
Yes, my name is Marion Bolson, and this is my son, Justin.
Hey, Justin, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
All right.
Back in early 2010, Justin started having problems walking and manipulating his legs. And we found out that his spinal cord was being crushed by his own vertebra. And when we thought there was no hope left to get down to Baltimore, where specialists practice for his type of condition, we found out about Wings Flights of Hope. And Joe and Diane have been the most giving and gracious people for all that we've done. I believe at least 6 flights down to Johns Hopkins, one just being this past Tuesday. So they have been absolutely, totally instrumental in my son's recovery, and the fact that my son is walking again instead of being a paraplegic. And it's a beautiful, beautiful organization, and they give of their heart and soul. And with that, it's, there's just, it's hard to express the exact words.
I could feel your gratitude. Your gratitude is, every time I hear one of these stories, I just get overwhelmed and get teary. It's just amazing. So tell me what it's like flying in one of those little planes. I'd love to do that one of these days.
It's pretty fun. Like, you get to see the scenery, like the clouds and the water from below. It's pretty cool.
Cool. And do you get to co-pilot?
Yeah, a couple times. Yeah.
Tell us about what that's like.
You just feel free. Like, you don't have any worries. You're just up in the air and having fun.
And I'll bet it's nice not having to use regular commercial flights and having to run around and wait for planes and go through customs. You just go over to Prior Aviation and off you go.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the security or any prices. It's free and it's amazing.
Wow. That's awesome. Well, we're really happy that you're here and glad to hear your story. Thanks for sharing with us.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for asking.
So you guys come here every year?
This is our first year.
Ah, well, welcome. Y'all having fun?
Yeah.
I heard somebody's getting married soon.
Yes, me.
Get married, get married. Well, enjoy, guys. Thanks for stopping to say hi. Hey! And Greg is one of the pilots with Wings Flights of Hope. And Greg, you've been telling me that you have been with Wings since its conception.
That's correct. Yeah, back in 2009, Joe gave me a call when he talked about the concept and asked me if I'd be willing to fly for them. And it was one of the biggest honors I could accept.
Wow, that's amazing. You know, everybody here is just so grateful. So I understand too that you guys have like a list of pilots, and when there's someone in need, you gotta get called in the middle of the night?
Absolutely, that's correct. Diane keeps a list, and first person available, if they have a flight, you know, you can do anything from scheduled flights to unscheduled transplant flights, and whoever's first on the list gets the call.
Wow. And you are literally saving lives when that call comes in that an organ is available for a transplant person, that they have to actually go right away.
That's correct. Yeah, they give us a half hour from the phone call. We have to get to the airport, get everything squared away, and then we have 3 hours to get them to the hospital at their final destination before they turn the organ over to somebody else.
You know what I think is amazing too? You've turned your passion, something that you love, flying, into doing good. You know, and that's what this show is all about too, is to talk to people, to get involved in the community, to do something nice for somebody else. And I just think it's so amazing what you're doing.
Yeah, I love to fly. I know we all love to fly, and we're really happy that we can help people out with this. It's the least we can do to give back.
So anything you want to say to people who are watching now, or to Joe and Diane, anything?
Well, Joe and Diane, thanks for putting this great organization together. Without you guys, this would not have been possible. And everybody come out and support Wings Flights of Hope. It's a great organization.
Yeah, thank you so much for stopping and talking with us. All right. I found him! Joe DeMarco, Wings Flights of Hope. We've been all over this fairground.
Yeah, I'm on the move here. It's hard to catch up to me.
I know. I'm like,
so many
anybody see
here.
Joe? Yeah, he's that way.
I'm the greeter at the front door. I got to say hello to everybody. I got to say hello to the families that are here. And then I have to go around and people need ice too, and I got to help people whenever they need. So I'm like the all-around guy today.
It's like Joe sightings. Anybody see Joe? He's that way. He's this way. And I've been running all over, and I finally got you.
Well, we're so happy the turnout we have. The weather's great. We have so many families here. I think you've had a chance to see some of them. But when people actually hear what Wings meant to them, it's such a powerful statement coming from the family. So we're looking forward to our presentation. It'll be coming up soon.
Yeah, it really is. It's amazing, Joe. I mean, when people start talking about what you've done for their family, for their kids, it's beyond words. It's like you can't even wrap words around how awesome it is.
But we still have a lot of work to do. There's so many families that aren't aware that Wings, it's not just me, it's a group of volunteer pilots that want to help people go wherever they need to go to get their treatments. And we're flying a couple, I want you to meet them later. They live right here in Hamburg. They're a couple miles from the fairgrounds and never heard of Wings. All the parties we've been doing, all the advertising, outreach, lawn signs, billboards, radio and TV. And for a family not to even know that this is available, I mean, it's upsetting. They did 3 trips on their own down to Philadelphia.
Wow.
And every one was a tough thing for them. They tried to bus, they tried to train, and they tried driving. And you know, what a lot of people don't understand is that when you have cancer and your immune system's compromised, public transportation is not really an option. So they went against their doctor's orders on a train and a bus. And so besides having that extra risk, they also had a 10 and a half hour trip, which was really hard on them. So we're really happy now. Wings, he knows about Wings. We take him down. We've been taking him every week. Now he has an extra week off. Wow. And you know, it's just, you know, you want more people to know what we're doing. That's one of the purposes of this event today.
Yeah, we appreciate you sponsoring this television program because we love getting all this information out to you. So if you guys are watching today, give Joe a call. The number and the website, everything's at the bottom of the screen. You never know. And you don't do just children. You told me that
before. It's all
before.
ages. Some people think we just do children. Some people think we just do transplants. We just do cancer. It's any type of trip for, sometimes we're taking people who are just told wherever they're getting treated that there's nothing that can be done for them. And they're not willing to accept that this is the end of the road for them. So and we'll take them 2, 3, 4 different places. There's a girl here, Brianna, who they was told nothing they could do for her. She couldn't walk.
Wow.
And 5 trips later, Boston Children's did a hip replacement on this little girl. And now she's a normal teenage, pretty little girl who was to walk with a crutch, bone on bone. It was really sad to see her the way she used to live. Wow. And now she's living with no pain pills, not even an aspirin or Advil, nothing.
You know,
I give the parents a lot of credit for not giving up because they weren't willing to accept that there was nothing could be done for my daughter. So we came into the picture when they were realizing, wow, we're gonna there's got to be something somewhere. So after taking her to Johns Hopkins in New York and then Boston Children's, and we took them to Philadelphia, and Boston Children's had the answer.
Wow. That's amazing. And what's so amazing is that you found something, your passion to fly, and instead of just flying just to fly, right, you've turned your passion into saving lives.
Right. There's so many pilots. That's what they do on the weekend is they'll go check with their buddies, where's the fly-in breakfast? And they fly to go for breakfast or they'll fly to go for lunch. And our pilots that fly for Wings we have a purpose. We go somewhere. We are having fun. I usually like to thank the patient ahead of time because they don't know what to say to you. So I try to head them off a little bit and say, look, thanks for getting me out today. Leading up to the event, I said I could be out putting lawn signs around. I go, I'm out having fun flying, because they don't. Sometimes they thank you from the minute you meet them, all during a flight and when you land, and it's not necessary. And so I try to tell them. And our pilots, we got a lot of new pilots coming on. They're getting the same excitement. We have one of our pilots is an architect, Doug Scheid, and it's unbelievable. I mean, to take a day off and to go spend a whole day helping someone wait and bring them home. We got a couple guys that have car dealerships, surgeon, dentist. I mean, these guys that just to do, take a time off and do that.
I have a neighbor that flies his plane and flies right into the lake. So maybe I need to go call him and tell him about Wings Flights of Hope. Right. If you ever need a pilot that can fly into a lake or a...
No, we wouldn't be able to use that, but we can now. But
you never
a lot of people are going to learn more about Wings tonight, and that's the whole idea. We can help more people that way.
And one of the things I learned today, after being affiliated with you for so long now, is that you not only fly people there, but sometimes you have black Escalades waiting for people on the other end.
That's my buddy Vinny in New Jersey. Actually, he takes everybody to New York, and if I could ever get Vinny here, he'd bring the house down because he's helped so many families. He's a guy that is a big heart like all our pilots, and he cries, he gives you a kiss on both cheeks, and he's an unbelievable man. And as you can see here with some of the patients tell you the stories, I mean, one time he didn't have a vehicle and he rented a vehicle so he could do the flight. And then he never charges, you know, New York City could be very expensive. So to have someone just go out of his way, the last flight with this little baby, I didn't even have a chance to give him the heads up on it. It's a little girl with a tumor around her organ and she had to have surgery. So we went down and he was there. He hugged, you know, hug and kiss. And
my cousin Vinny. Vinny, I want you out here next year.
New Jersey connection. And people, they go, is that really his name, Vinny? I go, yeah, where do you meet Vinny? He's an unbelievable man.
Well, I hear all the kids calling you Uncle Joe. Now we know Uncle Joe's got cousin Vinny.
Yeah.
Well, let's go find some more of your pilots to interview.
Yes, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, that was nice. Thanks.
Found some more folks who are going to tell us about Wings Flights of Hope and their experience with it.
My name is Sarah Riccio. This is my son Daniel and my daughter Katie. And we found out about Wings Flights of Hope from our physical therapist Candy Frazier. And she told us that we could fly for free, and we couldn't even believe it. We had to fly to New York City for treatments for Daniel several times, and to Johns Hopkins in Baltimore, Maryland. And this charity has just been outstanding and given us hope, for real, for hope. And Daniel's continuing to improve every day, which is a joy and a blessing to us. And we thank God every day for Joe and Diane DeMarco and Greg, our other pilot. Daniel?
It's been a great organization for us. I had side effects from H1N1 back in 2009, and we had to have appointments with doctors down in Baltimore and New York City, and they flew us there for free, and it's just great. And I've gotten to fly the plane myself on a few occasions, and that's been really fun. It's gotten me interested in aviation, and I would love to be a pilot for Wings someday. And yeah, it's a great organization, and thanks to Diane and Joe and Greg for everything, and all of the Wings family.
Yeah. I mean, again, Wings is just the most incredible organization. I mean, seriously, when Daniel was at his worst, he couldn't sit in the car for the amount of time that he had to get to his appointments, and Wings is totally free, and the flights were significantly shorter than it took to drive. And Daniel was kind of comatose. He wasn't really the same person when he was sick, and flying is like one of the first things that he became interested in again because of Joey DeMarco and his wife. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
I'm here with Daddy Vince and Connor, who's also had some flights with Wings Flights of Hope. Joe DeMarco, tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, we came to know Joe last year. We were here at this event, and really, for a number of years, we didn't know that much about it. And last year being here, we learned so much more about it. And Connor, for years, we've been traveling to New York, and we probably had over 20 trips to and from New York City for treatments, appointments, operations, and the like. So we spoke to Joe last year, and we set up a flight with him, and it was absolutely the most amazing experience. He was so kind and just made us feel so welcome to fly out of prior aviation and not have to deal with all the airport nonsense in Buffalo and in New York especially. And not only did we arrived there, I was worried about car service, and Joe had already had a hookup with a gentleman who came with a limousine, and his name was Vinny. My name was Vince.
Two Vinnies.
Yeah. And this gentleman was giving of his time as well, just as Joe does, and providing his time and his service to help kids like Connor, and it was amazing. We rolled in from New Jersey, where we land in a private airport.
Wait a minute, you're telling me two Vinnies in New Jersey?
Yeah, it was absolutely stereotypical. We met, there's hugs and kisses, and next thing I was rolling off in a black Escalade with my son Connor. And when we were done with our trip, we were done with our appointment rather, we simply made the call. They came, rushed back in, and picked us us up, apologetic that we had to wait.
Oh my goodness, wow.
You know, and to fly home, and Joe brought us in over Giant Stadium, and it was just an amazing experience, and it took all the stress out of the fact that we're going there for a pretty significant medical reason. And Connor had a great time. You know, he was co-pilot, sitting back, even accommodated our speech therapist, came with us. And, you know, I can't say enough about Joe DeMarco. What a great human being. And I knew him for less than 2 hours, and it was like we became best lifelong friends.
And so prior to knowing about him, you had to use regular commercial flights, go through all that. So it has to be, when you're already going through so much.
Post 9/11 was when we started too, so we had to have Connor, you know, searched like he was. It was very stressful on that end as well. So yeah, I mean, I marvel at what Joe and his family and the other pilots who give it their time do. It's amazing.
I think they just raised the music up on us. Yep. Can you still hear us out there? So I didn't know that Joe also arranged for rides once you've got to where you're going.
Yeah, I think Joe has certainly reached out to in a lot of different areas, trying to pull people together, and that's what it seems to me. When you look around here, you can see that he's pulled all different types of agencies together and people who all have a common will to do good for kids, and that's what you have. That's why you have what you see here today.
It's amazing. Lots of noise, lots of music, but we're trying to make sure that you can hear everything we say, so you can hear all these heartwarming stories about what Joe is doing with Wings Flights of Hope. This is just another example. It's so nice to see them playing and coloring. And what are you guys making over here?
A monkey.
A monkey. Oh, that is. And a bear. That looks like a lot of fun. Can I join you?
No.
No. Connor said no. But I know Joe DeMarco. Would that help? I tried. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
watching Diane DeMarco get everybody lined up. She's getting ready to do an award ceremony. Joe DeMarco's up there on the stage. The two of them have been working so hard for so long. Could you just imagine doing an event with over 3,000 people and over 300 volunteers? They are just amazing people. It's just been such a heartwarming day hearing about how many people are still alive who had health challenges, and now they've overcome them because they got the flights that they needed. They got to go where they needed to go to get the health care they needed. Oh, it's beautiful. Just beautiful. So we hope you enjoyed this program, had an opportunity to see how you too can make a difference if you chose to. Find out what you're passionate about in life. Get involved in the community. Volunteer your time. Volunteer for an organization. You know, people talk to me so often about feeling depressed or sad or bored in their lives. And the best way to get out of that is to do something good for somebody else. Make a difference in somebody else's life and watch how your life changes. It's an amazing thing. I hope you've been able to feel a little bit of the joy that I've felt being out here all night tonight. I might not have a voice left, but my heart is overflowing with joy. Wings, Flights of Hope, Joe and Diane DeMarco, and a whole slew of pilots and volunteers. We want to thank Mr. Frank's Day Spa, where Kim Will is the owner and the head stylist. And
Day Spa sounds wonderful right now.
Maybe we should go there right now after here.
Yes.
She's committed to teaching people how to take care of their hair and their nails. They do medical manicures, and while they do that too, pedicures, while they do that, they put you in this chair that vibrates and you soak your feet.
Are you serious? Do they have headphones?
No, but maybe we should tell her to do that. Yeah. And you've got one too.
Yes, I do. The Healing Spa with Marge Reed. She offers holistic, non-surgical facelifts, facials. Yeah, you're looking great. Balancing color and light therapy and many other therapies to help bring the body into balance wherever it is needed. Holistic. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Me too.
Oh.
Always learning about holistic stuff. And M2, Metabolic Method, the ultimate weight loss plan. They're an awesome new company, and they provide one-on-one coaching available to help everybody reach their weight loss goals. Wow. Something I've been struggling on and off my whole life. So we hope that you enjoyed the show. We hope that you took lots of good notes.
Yes,
and if you're someone watching the program, especially holistic people, we want you to give us a call or email us, because we'd love to interview and have you on.
Yes.
Focus, because
your health matters.